We are back on Inside Politics. Our guest today is Ralph Schulz. He's the president and CEO of the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce. Ralph, I remember having conversations with you in the past and others that Nashville did not have enough trained workforce to be able to bring in some of the high-tech jobs that everybody in the country really wants to have coming to their town. Now we see Amazon and Oracle. We talked about this earlier. They're bringing lots of jobs here and create other jobs, meaning more high-tech employees need to be here. Where are all employees coming to do that? And do we have them now? And why are we starting to be so attractive to Silicon Valley?
Well, we don't have all those employees now, but the attraction to Nashville for a workforce, that is people who want to stay here, you know, the talent we have right now, and people who want to come here, is positively viewed by those businesses. The fact of the matter is Oracle's going to be a magnet for tech talent, but they're also going to invest in development of tech talent here. So we think we're going to be behind the curve for the next 10 years, but we see the resources to be catching up.
Are these people going to be locals that are trained or retrained to do this, or will they be the people you were talking about earlier, the 45 people that come to town every day to live in Nashville? Are they the ones that are going to take these jobs, either already trained or get trained when they get here?
It'll be a combination of both of those. We think there needs to be more emphasis on the people that are here already, though. So when you see the business community collaborating with TSU, Fisk, Vanderbilt, Nashville State, the software school, what you're seeing are businesses that are saying we need to get people ready fast, and these institutions are going to help us do it.
During the height of the pandemic, Nashville often led the list that U-Haul Trailers was putting out about how many people were renting their U-Haul trailers, and the number one destination for a lot of times was Nashville. Is that still true?
I think U-Haul's so busy they haven't reconducted that study, but it is.
They don't have enough trailers to do it, right?
Look, it is definitely true. I mean, Nashville is regularly ranked in all kinds of assessments as having more relocation of workforce. We think over the next 5 years there are going to be 40,000 people a year choosing to come to Nashville.
That's going to be an increase of 40,000 people per year?
We expect 200,000, a population growth in this region of 200,000 people.
Now, there was a concern during the pandemic that maybe the business pipeline, the recruitment process of bringing new jobs and businesses here was going to dry up. Mm-hmm. That obviously hasn't happened. What are we doing to make sure that doesn't happen starting in 2022?
Well, once that pipeline is rolling, it has a way of propagating itself. So when you see, for instance, a pharmaceutical firm like Curax moving here from New Jersey, that word starts to spread within that industry. When Alliance Bernstein came to Nashville, it started conversation among other financial institutions. You know, we've seen some capital investment come into Nashville that's good for our local businesses, and especially businesses that are starting to fill the gaps created by COVID. So I have to tell you, we see real strength in the pipeline in a lot of ways.
While it's going to happen over in West Tennessee, do you expect positive impacts in Nashville, the way you're talking about spinoffs of companies coming here from what's going to happen with Ford building their new electric car manufacturing and battery plant over there? It's a good ways away, but it's not that far away.
No, absolutely, it's a benefit for all of us in Tennessee, including Middle Tennessee. We're going to see some vendors and some companies here be strengthened by a relationship with Ford. We'll see some move into this area as well. But I think one of the great things about that location for that enterprise is it's going to help West Tennessee have a much stronger economy. That's going to accrue to all of our benefit in the state as we go forward. So it was a big deal for all of us, including Middle Tennessee.
The new Infrastructure Act has been passed by Congress and signed into law by President Biden. It'll be $1 trillion spent over the next several years, a lot of it coming here in Tennessee. Is that something that you think is long overdue and needed, or is it just too much money in the economy and going to further impact inflation?
No, there's no question it's needed. I mean, we've all seen the billions and billions of dollars of infrastructure that is in decay and needs replacement, or infrastructure that needs to be created. Focus on infrastructure spending is a good thing.
We're down to our last couple of minutes. Briefly, sort of a two-part question. What makes you smile about Nashville when you wake up every morning? And the second part of the question is, on the other hand, what keeps you awake at night about Nashville's future?
What makes me smile about Nashville is what I hear from the people who come here. We often say that if someone comes here, they're going to stay here. And when they describe the culture of Nashville, the diversity of Nashville, which is often a surprise to them, when they describe the friendliness of Nashville and the vitality of the city, that's what makes me smile in the morning, because I know that means opportunity. Opportunity's growing for everybody that's here. I think the biggest thing the biggest challenge we face is we need to create an education pipeline, or a retraining or reskilling or an upskilling pipeline that is taking people that have opportunity, have ambition, have capability, and allowing them to plug into those high opportunity jobs that are happening.
And better transportation, briefly?
Oh, no question. Infrastructure in general, but mobility precisely, because with housing costs where they are, with a variety of challenges, that ability to connect is going to be really important in the future.
Ralph Schulz, thank you so much for being on the program. Good luck in 2022 and going forward. Nashville's certainly in a great position, and now we just got to figure out a way how to maximize that.
Pat, thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us on Inside Politics. Hope you'll be back here again for a future show. If you can't get up politics in the meantime, you can go to those Channel 5 websites. You can find my Capitol View commentary there. There's a commentary posted every Friday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here next time. Goodbye.